She reached out, her hand coming down with a harsh slap across my face. Her slap stung, but it wasn't. It was the look in her eyes that disappointed the furry. She had never seen me like this. She grabbed my arm, pulling away from his joyed body, thinking I wasn't finished yet. He deserved this, he deserved worse. But looking at my mother, her eyes full of disbelief, I realized she would never understand. I looked at one who was still standing there trembling. At the hospital room, Smicho is lying on the bed, his face bruised and bandaged, nose broken, and takes one step out of the room briefly to take a phone call. The room was silent at the sea of soft waving of the monitor. Suddenly, the two men in a dark suits enter. The coast is clear. Glancing around, we bought exactly what you asked for. The man grinning, holding a small vial syringe. The young stabbed at his neck and bracelets covering the sinister despite the pain. Took you so long enough. I was starting to think you had forgotten about me. You really think this plan will work? You are playing with fire, Mr. Joy. Do you know who I am? And that Bharat dared to lay a hand on me because of his little wife. I will make sure he pays, and she will pay too. The second was stepped forward, holding a syringe up to the light. The liquid slide glistened ominously. This will exactly do what you want. It will make her lose all sense and control. She will think she is with whoever she desires most. She won't know the difference between the fantasy and reality. Perfect. Once I have my fun, I will send the video off to Tang. I will make him watch how I ruin this perfect little wife, and then I will make sure he doesn't live to see another day. Today's letter at the camp mentioned you have been feeling uneasy ever since the incident. But Tang has been by your side, protective and attentive. You have been working late in a study trying to distract yourself. Unbeknownst to you, his stepdad has entered the mansion. He moves through the house quietly, his man with him. He corners one of the housemates, a young woman who is terrified. If you want to keep your job and your life, you will do exactly what I say, understand? In a low threatening voice, Sabine nods quickly, her hands trembling as he hands her a syringe. With her while she is stripped, don't mess it up. The maid hesitates but reluctantly agrees to scan to defy him. She makes her way to your study. While you are falling asleep at your desk, she hesitates at the door, her hands shaking as she grips her. She into her arm gently, making sure no one wakes. Within moments, your body goes limp, and you fall deeper into unconscious. Mr. Choice man carry you out of the house under the cover of darkness, avoiding the security camera. They place you in a black van and drive you to the luxurious hotel. Follow you shortly after. You are lying on the bed in the hotel room, completely unconscious. Stands over you, his eyes filled with twisted satisfaction. Look at you, so innocent, so perfect. Meanwhile, as Dang come home, he goes straight to his room. However, when he didn't find you there on your study room, he heads to the kitchen to check. But you are not there. Pani starts to his head in a surge. Entire mansion, he still can't find you. His heart races and fear grip him. Desperately returned to the living room where his mom and stepsister were watching TV. He has been avoiding them ever since the incident 2 days ago. His mom still refused to believe that her husband tried to harm you, accusing you of lying. They had already forbidden stepdad from entering the house. After all, this is his house. Deng insists that something is terribly wrong. He immediately calls a security team and orders them to review the surveillance footage. When they discover a gap in a recording, the suspicions confirmed. It seemed that Kathy's face recall. I don't care what it takes, find him now. Seeing him this furious, his mom and sister exchange nervous glances. The young stark-piercing eyes turned on his mother, sending chills down the room. Is everything okay? She asks accidentally thank Johns as he glares at her. That rush of a man killed my wife, and when I find him, his tone sharp with the venom I will. His one sent a shiver down the spines of everyone in the room. Even the maids huddled together, trembling as they watch. What are you saying? He hasn't even been here. I told to stay at the apartment. Shaking her head and a personality drama, suddenly 2 men of young burst into the room. Say we have located Mrs. Kim. She is being held by XXS Hotel. He closes his eyes, taking a long deep breath. His jaw tightens and nostrils flare. Without a word, he nods and storms toward the scar, clutching her in his hand. Her eyes notice a weapon in her, swatting and fear, but before she can, he is already gone. I think we should go to Mom. He is too dangerous. Susan frowns, tears welling up in her eyes. Sojin places a comforting hand on her shoulder. This isn't the time to break down. We have to follow up. After a moment of hesitation, she nods. Sojin quickly runs to the door, followed by the mother. They get into the car and she starts engine. The car is already speeding the lightning and Sojin is ready to catch up. She gripping the steering wheel, driving past, her knuckles whitened. Sits silent in the back seat, her head resting against the window, her eyes closed but dry tears. Can't believe I defended him. I actually believed them over her. Doesn't respond, her breath is uneven, but her face remained expressionless. I asserted him. That's my biggest mistake. I will never forgive myself for this. She shifts slightly, her lips trembling, but she remains silent, her hands clutching her knees slightly, desperately almost to herself. He seemed so kind, didn't he? Like he cared about us, but the whole time he was. Her grip on the wheel tightens and the voice rising. Could be Sudis. How could he let him? Finally opens her eyes, staring blankly out the window. Her voice is barely audible. 10 years I lived him, with 10 years loved him, trust him. Sojin's spirit catches her voice falter, and this is the man I choose, and I let him into our lives, whispering, Mom, it's not your fault. Isn't it? I brought him into the house. I believed his lies. I let him hurt her, cutting her off, her voice shaking. I should see it. We both shouldn't seen it. Closing her eyes again, whispering. She warned me, she begged me to listen, and I call her a liar. A dear Scaps, what kind of mother-in-law am I? And even I think I'm a worst mom of my son too. Soothing glanced at her mother, her own guilt mingled with anger. We can't change what happened, but we can't sit here blaming ourselves, father. Right now we have to help Opa. We can't let the monster get away with this. She stays on for a moment and nods slowly until her eyes remain filled with pain. I won't let him hurt her again. Back to the hotel, approaches you, his straightest smile widening as he leans over you, but just as about to touch. Swan buzzes his curse under his breath and steps towards it. We have got a problem. Come hang on to us. Snarling, keep him busy. I just need a little more time. He hangs up the turns back to you, his expression darkening, but what he doesn't know that the ink is already closing and his anger reaching dangerous level. The car reaches into a halt in front of the hotel. His men are already outside waiting for him. Steps out, his face dark with worry. The clutch is slightly in his hand. Sir, they are in the room 307. We have cleared the area, but move. It's pacing the room while you are unconscious on the bed. Your wrist looked agitated. Sweet dripping, his face suddenly the door burst open. He storms in, his gun aimed directly at cutting off his enemies. You dare to touch my wife again. Without waiting, he punches and hard on his face, stumbles back, hitting the grab him and lands another. Tries to block. Things unstoppable. You think we can hurt her and walk away? He rolls on the ground and you don't deserve this. Pointing at him. Just as he's about to pull, the door burst open. The arrive, followed by Sojin and Mrs. Kemp. Put down, sir. Opa, don't, please. The officer rushes and restrains Thang, pulling from his hand. Thang struggled against him, his eyes locked. Let me go, he deserved to. He furiously shouts, trembling with the rage. She steps forward, she slaps Mr. Choi hard across the face, her voice shaking. You monster, I loved you, and this is what you are. Already battered, lowered his head, unable to respond. The police dragged him away, handcuffed, and watched his tears streaming down. With Mr. Choi gone, Thang rushes to you, kneels beside the bed, gently untying your wrist. You are still, and his hands tremble as he strokes your face, his voice breaking. Angel, please wake up. He kisses your forehead and pulls off the coat and wraps it around you, shielding you from the cold. He picks up the carefully, holding you close to his chest. Opa, is she? Without looking at her, she is, but she is not waking up. His jaw tightens, his eyes riven with fury. glance at the officer holding him back. You should have let me finish him. Sujin and exchange worried glances at the storm out of the room carrying you. He kisses her forehead again and whispers to you. In the hospital room, Nighting is sitting beside your hospital bed, holding your hand tightly. His eyes are bloodshot from his sleeplessness and expression is grim. Sit on the couch outside, your face is pale. Suddenly, the doctor police walks in. I need to speak with you. It's urgent. Standing up immediately, his voice tense. What is it, doctor? What's wrong with her? We found a trace of very dangerous in my voice system. It's a rare, highly substance called. Step forward, his eyes widening. Aren't you certain? Yes, it's known for its use in unspeakable and a victim, leaving them unable to resist. It's often used to. Silence falls over the room. Tang Jaw clenches, his face tightening, gaps covering her mouth while her face turned pale. Whispering to herself, horrified, "Oh my god, that's monster." His voice low and icy. He with her that he punches the wall beside him, his breath heavy. Starts crying quietly, guilt and horror overwhelming her. This changes everything. We need to dig deeper into this case. Just then the officer RM, Tiang's best friend, enters the room with a folder in his hand. His face is grim. Tiang. He looks around and everyone before focusing on. You need to hear this. Open the folder. We have been investigating Mr. Choi's turnout. He has been hiding a lot. Multiple involving. He has been covering. Stern whispering, "No, this can't be true. I lived him with 10 years. It's true, Mrs. Kim. He used his fame and influence to silence us, but not anymore. We have found enough evidence to destroy him. The media already got tired of it, so he even destroyed his own stepson's wife. She's half age, and that's all. The media is spreading the news like a wildfire. His entire career is finished. Every dirty secret he had now out in the open. Everything is dead. Good, let the world know what kind of monster he is. I will make sure he pays for every single one of his. We have already submitted the evidence to the courts. With every we have already sentenced to a life prison. There's no escape for him this time. Sobbing, how could I be so blind? Let a man into my family. Still conscious, and he stroke your face and inside down, kiss your forehead. Day. Mr. Choi sat down the handcuffs, surrounded by reporters shouting questions and taking pictures. His face is bruised and defeated. The headlines flash on the news. The famous actor Mr. Choi's hung gun exposed. Mr. Choi, it's true that you were stepson and wife. What you have to say yourself? How would you respond to the allegation of Mr. Choi says nothing. His head hung low. Sujin watches from a distance. It's over now, Mom. He can't hurt anyone anymore. Now, silently wiping her tears, stands nearby watching as Mr. Choi is shoved into a police station, her eyes burned with anger and satisfaction. He is sentenced to life, justice served without looking away. Justice unsolved, but for now it fell low. The sunlight streams through the and you stare awake. Your body feels weak, but your eyes flutter open to see Tiang sitting beside you, his hands resting on the edge of the bed. His hands is holding you tightly. He looks exhausted, dark circles under the eyes, but immediately wakes up when he feels. Softly his voice filled with a relief. You are awake, Angel. You are finally awake. You try to speak, but your throat feels dry. Tiang quickly reaches for a glass of water, helps you to drink, his hand supporting your hand gently. What happened? The jaw tightens for a moment. His open his eyes as look at you. You are safe now. That's all the matter. Don't think about anything else, okay? He strokes your hair gently, his eyes filled with love weakly. You didn't slip the tears, smiling freely. How could I? You scared me, Angel. I thought I was going to lose you. You see the raw emotion in his eyes, tears well up in your eyes. Don't cry, you're too precious to cry softly. Later that day, the doctor discharged you, assuring Tiang you will recover fully, rest and instead crying you despite your protest, giggling weakly. I can walk, Tiang. Cutting you off, making not a chance. You're in my care now, and I'm not taking any risk. He carries you to the car, placing you gently into passenger seat. The ride home is quite comforting with him constantly glancing over you. Private car at night, you are sitting in the blanket in the beautifully lit garden outside your home. He prepared everything, twinkling fairy lights, a table with your favorite foods, and a soft music playing into the background. You are wearing one of his oversized coat. Smiling softly, this is beautiful, but why all this tonight? Take a deep breath as I look into yours because that's just something I've been meaning to for a long time. He reaches into his pocket and pulls out a velvet box. Your lid catches open, revealing a stunning diamond ring. Your eyes widen in surprise. His was steady but filled with emotion. I've loved you from the moment I met you. You have been my strength, my peace, my entire world. I almost lost you and I can't bear the thought of ever being without you again. He gets down on his knee and holding the ring onto you. I love you too then. He slips the ring onto your finger, then pulls you into a tight embrace, his lip and your passionate kiss. When he pulls back, he rests his forehead against yours, smiling for you are mine angel forever. The two of you sit together under the fairy lights, your heart full of love and hope for the future.